Good morning, this is Uweekly Live, the show dealing with today's hottest topics. I'm Alex Hanshaw, and joining me in the studio as the final votes of the Scottish referendum are being counted are two of the most passionate supporters of the opposing yes and no camps. Celebrated novelist J.K. Rowling and sporting hero Andy Murray. As the Devo Max campaign gathers momentum, I'll be asking them for their views on the future of the United Kingdom. Later on in the programme, Danny Schaefer takes the temperature on the independence in the English regions. Over to you, Danny.
Yes, I'll be reporting on my visit to Bristol, where there's been a most surprising response to the referendum. But first, right up to the wire. It's still too close to call. Alex Salmond is risking his political career and David Cameron risks his nation's parliamentary powers in the fight to win hearts and minds. The latest poll shows that the noes have it with 55% of the vote from a staggering 85% turnout. Soon the Scottish people will have spoken, but how will the rest of the UK respond?
Thanks, Danny. Yes, and with me today are two of Britain's greatest cultural heroes to discuss just that question. Renowned author J.K. Rowling and tennis legend Andy Murray. I'm sure you're both very excited to discover the result. There's been a certain amount of friction within the campaign. The No supporters have expressed that they have felt quite threatened by the Yes campaigners' aggression. J.K. Rowling, as a committed supporter of the No campaign, have you experienced any of this aggression?
Well, yes, I've received a lot of verbal aggression. However, I feel this shows a drive and determination from the Yes campaign, something which I strive for in the No campaign.
Okay, and Andy, earlier today you tweeted in support of the Yes campaign, stating that the No campaign negativity in the last few days has totally swayed my view on it. Let's do this. Some have said this is merely a publicity stunt. How do you respond to that?
I think that trivialises the whole debate. I just weighed up the pros and the cons and I just jumped on the bandwagon.
All right, JK, is it fair that someone with your resources and international influence should have such a prominent voice in this debate?
Well, I feel everyone has the right to voice their own opinion, whether they're only a single person or they have millions of fans. It doesn't make a difference.
Interesting. Now, Andy, your girlfriend Kim Sears is English. Yeah. Could your support for this Yes campaign come down to the fact that you just want some time apart?
I think that's quite personal and really has nothing to do with the whole debate at all.
All right, and finally, a question to you both. How have your fans reacted to your campaign stance? I'll start with you, JK.
Well, I have fans on both sides of the fence, but I just hope at the end of the day they make the right decision and vote no.
Okay, and Andy?
I'm not really trying to influence anyone. We all have our own opinions about it.
All right. Well, thank you very much to you both for joining me. Well, in just a matter of minutes, we will be finding out who is the victor. But before that, it seems that even though the Scottish no vote may save the Union, the fight to keep the United Kingdom has only just begun as the English regions embrace the idea of Devo Max. Over to you, Danny.
Thanks, Alex. It appears that Scotland will be rejecting independence on the promise of greater powers for their parliament, with this promise potentially being dangled at England's regions, possibly as a ruse to slow down a constitutional reform. But it seems that some English cities are already embracing this idea. Bristol has its own currency. The city mayor's George Ferguson is an avid supporter of the Bristol pound, and so it is rumoured is the Queen. Plans are already being drawn up for a Bristol city flag to be designed by Banksy and a new city anthem.
Sorry to interrupt you, Danny. Sorry to interrupt, but the referendum vote has just come in. Scotland have rejected independence. Yes, Scotland have voted no to independence. Could we get a quick reaction from you both? JK, how do you feel?
Alex, I'm over the moon. Scotland has made the right decision. It's okay, Andy.
There, Andy. Thank you all for watching. Next week we will be asking the question, how much money is there really in the whole world? Now join us next time. Good morning.